Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy here on my YouTube channel. As you would expect, I'm absolutely loving getting to explore as a witch and see what Hogwarts is really like. Today in this episode, we are going to go to herbology class and carry on our studies just a little bit more so we can continue being the baddest witch around. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Alright, so the last time that we played, I actually got an owl post at the end, and I want to be able to see what that owl post is all about, but it reads, Natty just sent you an owl post requesting to meet her in Lower Hogsfield at Hamlet. As you explore, you will remove fog and reveal more of the map, unveiling new opportunities like hamlets, dungeons, bandit camps, and many other locations. Wow. So this entire map. Hold on, let's just look at this real quick before we go meet Hattie. This is just the map of Hogwarts. And then you have your map of Hogsmeade. But then you have a world map too? You do what? There's like... Wow. Okay. This game got a whole lot bigger. Alright, so... for our quest today, in order to carry on with this episode, we have to attend herbology class and we have to meet with Natty. So since meeting Natty is so far away, I'm going to go to herbology class first. Seems like it's going to be the one that we're going to be able to complete and be able to carry on with our story. Is there somewhere I can actually teleport? Central Hall. All right, I think we're about to officially enter herbology class. I'm so excited. Ooh, we finally got a teleport location. That will make it a little bit easier.
Onion again.
Here we are. Begin.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again,
She's so
Lenora
cute.
dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for
I
today's
don't like
class.
her, but I love the teacher.
A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
She's so cute.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Oh, my game glitched a little bit there.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Oh. I know
Now,
what we're about to
everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Pull it, pull it, pull it! We all know about these guys.
Place your mandrake in the new form and cut down the soil.
Did it!
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
That's convenient.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
I did fine.
Splendid work, everyone.
I did great.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started.
I wonder if hippogriffs like
Wait, why-
knotgrass.
How do we do that? How do we do that? I'm gonna talk to the professor. Professor Garlic.
Yes, Professor? Firstly, well done with your mandrake. they can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I enjoyed it.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil.
I just
Now,
love
as I
everything about being a
mentioned,
witch.
next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy. Or
Dittany's restorative properties make it a
Alright.
vital ingredient
This
in
is
the
my
Wiggenweld
small potting
potion,
table?
as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
It's like standing right next to me. It's making me nervous, but she's so cute. That's all I do? Love that.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
I love her! Do I go upstairs? Oh, he's upstairs. Okay.
Hello.
What?
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other
Hi.
day. Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
Leander.
meet you.
I'll be showing you the Chinese
I'm Sure
chomping
Tiger.
cabbages. Up these
Sounds
stairs
good.
will take us there. But you'll lead.
I'll lead, but you know where we're going. Okay. All right, I think we're
Here
here.
we are.
Yeah.
Home of the Chinese
Pruitt.
chomping cabbage.
Here
Go
we
on.
are.
Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost some once. Don't. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Oh,
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes
no.
out. Did save her the
Oh, no.
demoting,
They're
but
coming
they
for
left the
us.
honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could come in handy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's
Exactly.
chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants
Ooh.
too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble.
Nope.
Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Thanks. As my plants offer so much, yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
She's so sweet. I don't have a green thumb in real life, so at least this will give me a green thumb.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my...
Just like that, our Dittany leaves are done. All right, we've attended herbology class. Now we can attend potions class. So I'm gonna go ahead and attend potions class next, since that is our next go-to quest. So off to potions class we go. And through that door there is our potions class. Let's go ahead and take potions class for the first time ever. I'm super excited. I'm literally just every part of the fact that I can do all these classes and be the best witch that I possibly can. It's literally living my childhood dream, and I'm so excited. So let's dive into potions class, shall we?
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but
Interesting.
not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own.
Let's go. I'm gonna be the best
Never
one out
know
there.
when you might need it. Please begin.
That's true. You never know. I've used them a lot so far.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
Woo!
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant
Pinch of
sneeze
Dittany.
could be disastrous.
Hork lump juice. That's 4 things of hork lump juice? Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. Stir that cauldron.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes.
sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
All right, let's go ahead and grab those ingredients from his office.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
I kind of want to be like, why do you want to know? Yeah, we're going to go, why do you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative.
I don't know about
I'm
that.
Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
A
Pleasure to meet
Weasley!
you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere.
A Weasley
Listen,
boy.
Anyone with a
That's what
troll-sized
Weasley
brain
boys
can brew
do.
an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Well, wait, whoa. Won't he know if I give a flower, or won't he know if I give a feather away? But I mean, being on a Weasley's good side is always fun, so yeah, we'll get the feather.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Yes, sir. All right, so we have to grab a Fwooper feather, dark mongrel fur, and ashwinder eggs.
Keep your potion stations organized and prepared.
There's only a couple there. Won't he realize it's missing? Oh well. It was the purple one. Mongrel fur. Ashwinder eggs. Alright, so everything I think we can get is out of this office. So let's go ahead and go back and go give the feather to Garth. Gareth? Garth?
The wizard
Gareth.
always has a few potions on hand.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
I feel like we might get in trouble, but it's fine.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Alright, let's go ahead and do the potion. And we're making the Endurus potion, a potion that enhances the drinker's defense by covering them with a durable, rocky skin.
And that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry,
Uh-oh.
Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor.
Oh!
Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Uh-oh. I might be in trouble. Alright, let's go give him the, let's give him the potion. Hopefully he doesn't know it's us.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Okay, we're just gonna be honest. Honesty is the best factor here. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me.
Yay!
I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson.
See, honesty.
As for the
always
work you
the
did
answer.
today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I
Yay!
confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to
Yet.
having a
Keyword.
solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here.
Okay.
Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Thank you, sir. Whew.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
All right, now that class is over, we've done herbology, we've done potions class. What's next on our agenda? Next up on our agenda is we do have to meet Natty, which I'm pretty sure is very far away. So it might be a little bit of a trip, but I'm excited to see how it goes. It says Natty has asked me to meet her at a hamlet called Lower Hagsfield, just south of Hogwarts. I should see what she wants. Ooh. Okay, so I have a south exit that I could teleport to and save a lot of time. So let's go ahead and teleport there real fast. All right, that got us a whole lot closer. Still a little bit away, but we can make it. All right, we're coming up to where we're meeting Natty. So let's see what we're meeting up with.
It is
her
good
for.
to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm
Nothing to
all
worry
right at
about.
the moment.
Nothing to worry
We
about.
did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
So I'm conflicted here. Part of me wants to tell Natty because I feel like I can trust Natty. Natty will defend us and protect us. But Professor Fig told us not to say anything. I'm gonna let Natty know. I feel like we can trust Natty. Otherwise, she wouldn't have helped us fight that troll off. But we gotta be careful about who we tell.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Oh, we inspired Natty with some fire! I'm glad to hear it.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped.
Exactly.
Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Natty has
Be
a
on
little
your
bit of a
guard.
sneaky side. I like it. Okay, Natty.
Beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
I just heard some shouting that way. I'm gonna head over that way because that's where we gotta go next for our quest anyways. All right, what was all the shouting about? Let's find out. Let's sneak
They
up
must
and-
have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
No, thank you.
Students, you can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Stupefy! I beat 2 dark wizards. Oh, we have another.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Alright, we got his friend. X. Oh! He got stuck on the grass, but I used my special power on him.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Facts. Who's Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Your wife? I love that!
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
How extraordinary.
Merlin. Of the legend of King Arthur.
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Say how fascinating.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret.
Oh?
No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Sure.
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okay, let's go grab that.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
Okay.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
On the swirl. Okay.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beer!
Did I do it? Ah!
Merlin's beer! How beautiful!
Oh, wow.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Oh, wow. Let's go talk to Nora.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed.
Yay!
However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet.
Okay.
Which you can find in Hogsmeade, should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
It was lovely meeting you, Nora. All right, we've leveled up.
A
We got a
portrait
letter.
in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Okay, so I gotta go talk to Eldritch Diggory, which is one of the portraits. Right. We teleported back to our common room. Let's go talk to that portrait, shall we?
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldritch Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book?
Quiet about the book!
And the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Justice must be served.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How would the pages help her?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
Okay. Can you tell me more about Helen?
Can you tell me more about your great-niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
We're gonna ask when he was minister, and then we'll carry on with the quest.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago.
Oh, wow.
1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Oh, didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
Well, I shall head there directly then.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think.
Yay!
I shall see you there soon, I hope.
Yes, I will head that way because it's my main mission. Let's carry on with that mission then. Can I teleport anywhere over there? Oh, wow. Okay. Now that we're in Hogsmeade, we still have quite a bit to go. So, hopefully my legs can run pretty quickly. And just up ahead, I believe that is the house we need to go talk to Helen at.
Ah, here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Of course. Let's talk to Helen.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
Wait. So they want us to visit Azkaban? Let's go. Yeah.
It's a horrible story.
Sure.
Well, if you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
We're gonna ask about the ghost before we go.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
All right, well, tell us a little bit more about Anne, then.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul. Never was the brightest girl. And that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You're gonna have to tell us more about Miss Black, please, because I can't say her first name, and she clearly has something to do with this.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched,
Apollonia
vindictive
Black.
girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
All right, well, I guess we're ready to go.
Very well, let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread
I feel like I
lightly
should
in that
worry after that
horrible
statement.
place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
Why are they coming to us?
Expecto Patronum!
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Still, be careful.
Ugh, I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Who's there?
I think we're at Anne's
Why
cell.
torment me further?
Oh!
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Okay.
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
He is cool for Cocoa Puffs. We're gonna say, I think I understand.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave? Near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield! Ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault? In some ruins? Near Upper Hogsfield? I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
And just like that, we have come to the end of today's episode of Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, I know. I left you guys on a cliffhanger. We just ended at Azkaban and Helen got injured and then poofed away. And you're wondering if we're going to be able to find those pages. But don't fret. You'll be able to find out in the next episode when you return here to my channel. So if you've liked this series so far, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up, as well as leave all your comments below on what you think is going to happen in the next episode. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscription button, dinging that notification bell so you don't miss my future videos when they go live. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!